our ceremony in just a few minutes. Before we do, I would like your attention for some very important safety information. In order to comply with the fire code of the state of Tennessee, we must advise you of emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of an emergency, please move rapidly and orderly away from the courtyard. In the event of a weather-related emergency, please move inside the nearest building. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes is prohibited, including all indoor and outdoor areas within the boundaries of our campus. Medical personnel are located near the F2 lot down the sidewalk to your right should you need medical attention. Reporting of emergencies or those in need of assistance should be reported to the campus police office located at the entrance of the Goins building behind you. You're welcome to take photos from your seats during the ceremony. Once the ceremony has concluded and our graduates have recessed, each guest row will be dismissed one by an usher. Please follow the graduate path toward the F2 parking lot just beside the Educational Resources Center, or ERC, where you'll have an opportunity to take photos in designated areas. The courtyard area will not be available after the ceremony due to cleaning procedures and necessary preparations for the next ceremony. Restrooms will be available within the ERC, just behind you and to your right. We would like to make the following acknowledgments and thanks as we get ready to begin. Springboard Audio Video for providing our audio and streaming services, conductor Tom Lundberg and the PSCC Brass Ensemble for providing our music, our student quartet of Shannon Stuck, Leila Dillon, Ethan Turbifil, and Jansen Hundley, who have recorded our national anthem for our commencement ceremonies under the direction of Megan Humphreys. Please remember to maintain a distance of 6 feet between non-household groups and wear your mask when social distance is difficult to maintain. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Enjoy the ceremony.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome, family, friends, faculty, staff, and graduates, to the joyous occasion of the spring commencement exercises at Pellissippi State Community College. I'm so glad we can celebrate the success of the graduating class of 2021 in person. Like so many other events in our lives, we tried to find the best means of recognizing your success in the midst of the most serious global health crisis in a century. This year is the first time we've held commencement in this space on our Hardin Valley campus. It's the first time I've worn sunscreen to commencement in my 23-year career at the college. First time I've brought sunglasses to wear. This place has felt pretty deserted the last 14 or 15 months. So deserted. There's a little mockingbird up here on top of the McWhorter building that's been singing all afternoon. I think what he's saying is, get out of my space. It's been all mine for such a long time. But it's so wonderful to see you here. We have an opportunity to gather because we've had a great planning committee to pull together these commencement exercises under the leadership of Dean Travis Loveday and a number of volunteers who've been here for each and every one of these 7 ceremonies since 7 o'clock on Thursday night. So let's give them a big round of applause for their hard work, their diligence, creativity, patience. As I mentioned, we're here for 7 ceremonies. This is the last one celebrating the accomplishments of the class of 2020 and the class of 2021, because we want to honor your grit and determination, to recognize your achievements as graduates of this college. And as I've mentioned before, it's been lonely without you here. But as we've navigated this time of challenge and in many cases loss, I encourage us to reflect on what might be gained if we more deeply reflect on the relationship between self and community, the importance of kindness and empathy, and the depth of our shared humanity. Whether you've been with us a couple of semesters, a couple years, some of you a couple times significantly longer than that, I hope you've come to realize what a special place this particular community college is. What makes it special are its people, faculty and staff dedicated to service and the success of students. The staff of the college have worked diligently the last 15 months to make certain campus was safe for those who needed to be here, that services were available virtually to those who needed to access them, that operations continued in a format most of us could not have imagined when we rang in the start of 2020. Likewise, the faculty of the college took everything online over the course of a 2-week period last March, then sought the best ways to deliver instruction, in person for technical and arts-oriented programs, synchronous and asynchronous for much of our general education and career programs, with some hybrid courses thrown in for good measure as well. Please help me thank the faculty and staff for their incredible efforts over the course of the last 15 months. The college does not exist without their excellent work. If we've done our job well, graduates, you'll leave as the best prepared class in the history of the college. You're part of the second largest graduating class in the history of Pellissippi State in terms of associate degrees awarded. More than 1,600. Seems pretty remarkable in a pandemic. As we have for every year since 1976, we are graduating students in mechanical and electrical engineering technology programs. For the first time this year, we're graduating students as water quality technicians. We have Skills USA's champions for the first time at Pellissippi State who've graduated. We've got 2 mother and son combinations who will walk across the stage as part of these commencement exercises, 2 sets of twins, a married couple, 10 students who graduated with an associate's degree from Pellissippi State before they finished their high school diploma. And one of you in the audience this afternoon actually came into campus today, filed your intent to graduate form, took your exit exam, and took your place in line. I will not ask you to self-identify, but I'm glad you made it. Some of you graduating tonight are parents hoping to inspire your own children. Some of you are children hoping to inspire your parents. A number are veterans of military service. Several are from places other than Tennessee who found a home right here. You may not know it, but you've inspired us with your passion for life and learning, your perseverance through this pandemic, and your commitment to your goals, this college, and our community. A number of you are already working in your chosen field, pursuing new dreams. Others will soon begin academic work at 4-year colleges and universities. All of you have been and will continue to be important members of this college community. We wish you well in the wider world, but want to remind you, you're always welcome here at home. As we've had this series of sort of unusual commencement exercises, what we've decided to do is to ask our academic deans to share some remarks with you. And today's remarks, this afternoon's, will be shared by Dean Michael Wolf of the Department of Business and Computer Technologies. All of our deans have had significant challenges. They've thought about ways to make sure that pathways for students continued throughout the pandemic, as they've looked for ways to support their faculty and teaching in a variety of different ways, particularly in a department like Business and Computer Technologies, where there's a need for some of those programs to meet face-to-face occasionally, but want to do so in a safe and secure manner. Dr. Wolf, like our other academic leaders at Pellissippi State, have looked for ways to creatively serve our students to make sure we can continue to fill our mission to our community. So please join me in welcoming Dean Wolf to the podium to share his commencement remarks with you. Have fun.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. As you've heard, you're all sitting here this afternoon because you've earned a degree here at Pellissippi State Community College. I, along with many others here, congratulate you. I've talked with Dr. Wise and Vice President Byrd and others here at Pellissippi State, and I've learned that your backgrounds are many and diverse. Some of you took advantage of the incredible opportunities here and began your college career while still enrolled in one of the surrounding high schools. You've now completed 2 years of college earlier than your peers. You have, in business, what we would say, you took an entrepreneurial approach to your education in managing it, and you've created a valuable competitive advantage for yourself. In what might be considered the more traditional approach, some of you graduated from a local high school 2 years ago and opted to begin your college journey here at Pellissippi State, and you'll soon transfer to a 4-year school to continue your education. You too have earned a competitive advantage over your peers, and you will soon have credentials, an associate's degree from an excellent school with an outstanding faculty, and I personally thank every one of you. As I know, some of you have taken a much more non-traditional approach to your higher education. For a variety of reasons, you did not start college during or after high school. You likely have a job, maybe full-time, maybe part-time. You probably are in a committed relationship. Many of you are married. You may have a child, or 2, or 3. You may have a grandchild, or 2, or 3. It probably took you more than 2 years to earn your degree, and yet you were able to successfully balance all of the demands pulling on you from multiple directions. And now, you're an example to others as you say, I earned my degree, an honor that will follow you the rest of your life. I can truly relate to this last group because I earned both my master's and my doctorate as a full-time employee, married, with 2 children, and a dog. Regardless of your start, you all have something in common. You will soon hold a degree from Pellissippi State Community College. I know that in earning your degree, you took a wide variety of classes here. I looked through the college catalog recently, and I found payroll accounting, principles of management, anatomy, CAD, AC and DC circuits, economics, composition, computer science, and my personal favorite, abnormal psychology, and hundreds more. And although there is a course covering wilderness orienteering, I did not find a class on mountain climbing. And I admit to being surprised because of the beautiful Cumberland Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains that are right here in East Tennessee. If it were within my power, I would have it put on your transcripts that you've completed a course in mountain climbing and earned an A. Seeking and earning your degree, as you have, is very much like mountain climbing. And while some may elect to climb the highest mountain because it's there, no mountain climber simply grabs a bottle of water and starts up the 29,035 feet to the summit of Mount Everest. Every climber has his or her own unique method for preparing for their journey, and that preparation often takes years. You prepared for your education here at Pellissippi State, each in your own unique way. When you look at a range, no 2 mountains are exactly alike. Some are steep and tall, some are snow-covered, some have a majestic tree line. Each has its own set of challenges that must be faced and overcome as you get to the top. Each of you faced obstacles, overcame challenges, and are now being recognized as having reached the summit. And further, you're honored with a degree from a school of exceptional quality with a great faculty. Rarely does a mountain climber make the highest peak their first goal. So I challenge you, select another mountain, get to the top, embrace the challenge, and enjoy the view. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Wolf. We now move to the part of the ceremony for which the candidates have worked so diligently. The candidates will prepare for the conferring of their degrees. Will the candidates please rise? Dr. Wise, these candidates have successfully completed all of the requirements for the Associate of Applied Science, the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Science and Teaching, or the Associate of Fine Arts. The faculty recommends these candidates to you for the conferring of these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I do, on the recommendation of the faculty, grant to you the degree that you will now be presented. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left of your mortarboard. Graduates, you may now move forward for the presentation of diplomas.
Jared Tyler Grayson. Pamela Ann Walker. Aaron Summers. Tiffany Kidd. Summer Anderson. Ava Marie Hankins. Melissa Dupree. Lainey Beth Howard. Robert Gaunt. Elijah Vaughn Helmendaler. Kaylee Sands. Destiny Petrie. Taylor Stevens. Heather Keith Hartline. Jennifer Self Cooper. Jessica Marie Farmer. Allison Alexander. Mark Hen Alexander. Heather May Stewart. Kayla Fickett. Ralph Daniel Penicilla. Maydet Panganabon Ziatanov. Jeanette St. Louis. Megan Lee Courier. Loran Elizabeth Osaro. Tyler Jean McCord. Robert Elijah Hackney. Gary Brackens. Stephen Wheeler. Lily Kate Corley. Katarina Mackenzie Snyder. Darren Jacob Rutherford. Crystal Ann Hillard. Jacob Eugene White. Jaylyn Rochelle Stringer. Ethan McKinney. Deborah Hicks. Brittany Michelle Embry. Jamie Rowan Miller. America Morataya. Casey Elizabeth Kitts. Daniel Joseph Hopp. Sean Douglas Mays. Paul Huston Patterson. Amy Suzanne Upchurch. Juan Rangel Grimaldo. Teresa K. Parks. Jonathan Kyle Wilson. And Christopher William Haynes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the Pellissippi State Class of 2021.
So the final words tonight go to Darius Upton, who serves as Diversity Development Manager in the Office of Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs. He's a fellow Pellissippi State alumni and a member of the Pellissippi State Foundation Board of Trustees. So please join me in welcoming Darius Upton to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Wise, Dr. Wolf. Those were some excellent comments. I really appreciate what you said about the non-traditional folks. That was me, absolutely, while I was here. Class of 2021, congratulations. You've done it. I tell you, this has been a challenge like no other. We've gone through some really, really tough times, 2020 and 21. It's been rough, but you've persevered. You've come through one of the worst health crises. Is that a word? Health crisis. Where are my English instructors? That this world have ever seen. And you're here. You've managed somehow to keep your family intact. Dinner was still, maybe, who's cooking? I'm not sure. But dinner was still served. There's finals that had to be taken, midterms, exams, Zoom. But you got through it all. You got through it because of something that maybe you didn't even know you had. Strength. Strength that keeps you going. And a will that has proven to be indomitable. You can do anything, absolutely anything. And you got a lot of that strength and will from your time here. Because there is something that happens here that is tough to explain. And it happened to me while I was on this campus. And the only thing that comes to mind is one word, and that word is family. From the moment I set foot on this campus, it was the most relaxing feeling because I felt like I was at home. Dr. Wolf, Dr. Wise, all these instructors actually had an invested interest in me and my success. For example, when I came back to school after a few decades of not being in a classroom, I had to take biology, and biology is my nemesis. Really, my nemesis. I thought it was math, but no, it's biology. And I had Professor McElroy for the first level of biology, and she came in and gave us our syllabus, and it was about yay big, about a half an inch or so, and I thought, oh boy, this is going to be a challenge. And it was. And I thought, after a few weeks, I'm not doing so well in this. But she assured me, you're going to do just fine. Keep moving forward. You're going to get through this. And I did. Because that's what families do. They keep pushing you. They keep encouraging you. Lo and behold, the same thing happened when I was in Dr. Reeves' class. And her syllabus was like this. It came in chapters. Not really, don't tell her I said that. But once again, she was there when I needed her, and I thought, I'm not going to be able to get through this second level at all. But she said, you're doing fine. You're going to get through this, even though she didn't believe in extra credit. But somehow. But that gave me a lot of confidence. And then Dr. Wise, when I felt like, it's going to be easier for me to just go home, find work, do whatever comes next, Dr. Wise said, you've got more in you. You can keep going. Keep pushing ahead. And so I did. That's what families do. That encouragement, that push, that little nudge sometimes, that's what families give you. The strength, the courage, the will to keep going when you feel like it's easier for me to stop. So now, here you are on your next step. And this family will always be here for you. Because even though you leave, you are alumni now. Your role in the family shifts just a little bit. Your big brothers, your big sisters, we encourage you to keep going. But as big brothers and big sisters, we ask that you do one thing. Stay connected. Don't forget where you came from. Remember your family. Reach back. Help those behind you, the little sisters and little brothers. Give them the strength, the encouragement. Help them find their will, just as someone helped you find yours. That's how we get through things. Just like these difficult times. We get through them together. Because together, we are strong. Together, we are Pellissippi strong. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Darius. Please rise for the recession of the graduates.